Okay, we have the Ultra in the garage. Whew. Really? You're gonna do me dirty like that? Like always, never fails. Anyways, like I was saying, we're back. It's been a couple hours letting this thing kind of thaw out. Got the Ultra in. Kind of unfortunate. Amber put her knee through the seat 2 spots. Oh, look at that, maybe 3. But anyways, this seat was real brittle. Bringing it in, she put her knee on, trying to steer, went right through the cover. No big deal. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, it's not her fault. It was just old, brittle, unconditioned seat cover. We'll have to buy a new one, but at least it doesn't look too bad for now. Yeah. Look how icky that is. That drain pan, that's all nasty rust came out of that motor. Maybe we'll pull the recoil off on that, just take a peek. I don't know why, but kind of want to tear it down and see how bad the crank is. But we got this Ultra in here. I know it fired right up with some choke. Wonder it'll start without now that it's warmed up. Idling high. That is a bit of a high idle. It could still be cold, who knows. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cold. But we are currently running off this little jug of fuel. So I need a fuel filter. You can see it's broken there. Yeah. Little things to fix. It's pretty sweet though. So the whole plan is to pipe this thing. I'm really not sure if my pipes will clear though because of these high shock tower mounts on this chassis. This is a SKS, and I don't think the RMK's had that or whatever. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm a little worried that my triple pipes I have aren't going to be able to fit on, whoa, this chassis. Had to stop recording, my focus is all goofy. But main thing I want to do is make sure I don't have any air leaks, get a fuel filter on this thing, and get this thing running off the fuel tank itself, and potentially learn something about changing the oil in the water pump. I don't need a million comments telling me how to do it. I'll look it up, I'll figure it out, I'll get it done. But yeah, kind of excited to get this old triple up and running, even if it is just single piped and stock, you know, still pretty cool. Something different. Okay, this is the drain plug out of the bottom of the water pump, way the fuck in there. So it took a little figuring out, but good old 9/16 wrench got that off. Once you get it popped loose, just like a drain plug on an engine for your car or truck, just came out by hand after that. Yep. So after that, I believe that is to fill there. Use a little funnel that hopefully I can be able to route into there. We're going to top it off with some fresh oil once I'm certain it's done draining the old shit out. Okay, so trick to putting the drain plug back in, I unbolted this, moved this arm out of the way so I had a bunch of room there to work on it. And then you'll see this right here is where your drain plug comes from. I used flexible hose, ran through the hole right there in the manifold, straight to there. And yeah, these don't take fuck all for oil. You got the sight glass down there, and they call for like 50 milliliters of oil. It ain't much. So I'm gonna throw the fill plug back in it, and this part of the project is done. And for the record, both the fill and drain plugs are both 9/16. Unfortunately, that is pretty much all we're going to get done on the Ultra today. But that was a big one. The oil change is done on the water pump. Fortunately, to get it running on its own fuel tank, I need a fuel filter. So this is broke, currently running off a little bottle down there, and I forgot to buy a fuel filter, so that was on me. And yeah, that sucks, but it's getting there. Tomorrow I'll go buy a fuel filter for this thing, and this should be running under its own fuel tank, or fuel supply, I should say. And yeah, it'll be getting one step closer to being a rideable sled. I need to come up the way, probably have to sand it to get this clear coat the rest of the way off. And I actually want to clear over the paint, decals, and everything to make this thing just really look good again. So yeah, that's on the to-do list at some point. It's really a shame all that clear coat's gone. Clearly it sat in the sun a lot because the plastic is all faded, and yeah. But sweet. Also need to figure out my high idle issue. It does kind of idle high. I'm hoping it's not the crank seals, but even if it is, well, I guess we'll be tearing this motor out if that's the case. Hopefully it's just dirty carbs or something. So we get to figure that out still, or I don't know. We'll figure it out as time comes. But for now, oil change done. It's back in the garage. It's thawed out. It does start. It does run. Sounds good, minus the high idle. You can get it to come down when you choke it, but oh, I need to fix the choke as well. That's up there. Right back on, so. Woo! Way up there. So it's safe to say this thing's definitely idling way too high, and I'm hoping it's a carb boot or maybe pilot jet's plugged up or something, because it's definitely either starting for fuel or getting too much air from somewhere it shouldn't be. Yeah. That's about that though.